Is the TW the right bike for you? Yes, and maybe no. And I'll tell you why. Get on the TW and run it. All right, today, go on a little ride. We'll cover a couple things here. First is the ride to get to where I want to go, which is going to prove exactly why a dual sport is the best option, especially in California, a place where you can't get away with riding your off-road vehicles wherever the heck you want to. Got to be in designated spots, or at least laws are a little bit less forgiving. So, answer, sport. All right, Jeep, where are you going? What you doing? Yeah, I wonder if he forgot he has a dog bag in his back wheel spare. All right, so the reason why dual sport is the answer here in California. If you're gonna spend the money on a dirt bike, just get a dual sport, man. Because now I can get on the highway, go where I want to go. Did I pass it? I might have passed it. Yes, I did. No. Where's the road? I think I passed it. That's over this way, maybe. As I'm over here saying, oh yeah, dual sport's the best way to go. I already lost where I was supposed to go. Yeah, I passed it. Maybe I didn't. They know where they're going. I want to get out over there. All right, well, we'll get back in the dirt because I can. What, a washboard? I think I did pass my road. Yeah, because those hills are way back there. Try to get back to the road. All right, let's get back to the road then, shall we? Nobody else coming? There's the road. I definitely went past it. Woo! That got a little wobbly in the sand. All right, we're over here. It is New Year's Eve 2024, just before 2025. In Ocotillo Wells, left the RV park, use the dual sport for what it's worth, take the highway and find where I want to go. And now for some light trail riding. Exploratory mission. You know what? First is better for these rocks. Ooh, let's go this way. Let's go up over there. It's a little sandy here, but this, where those big fat tires on the T-Dub shine, they stay up on top of it as long as you don't let them get sunk in. Super short first gear, just motor up. This one looks even sketchier. Let's go this way. This looks sandier. Woo! That got sandy. To start my yapping. Let's go this way. Second for a coast down. This is what it's all about. Jiggling my fat ass. We left a piece of their car side by side over there. Dual sport for the win, baby. Like I said, California, you can't just take your stuff wherever you want as easy. We had the side by side and stuff. I missed a dirt bike. Always wanted one of these T-Dubs. So, answer was T-Dub. Of course. This looks like a cool spot. I don't think the GoPro does that any justice, but it's quite beautiful up here. And luckily it's not a complete dust storm yet. People are up all night partying, so they ain't awake yet. Okay. You guys are thinking about getting a dual sport, highly recommend it. If you like to ride dirt bikes, but you also want a street bike, you don't want to have multiple bikes, dual sport. Like, it is the answer. It's the answer. Okay, so while I'm up here, let's do the review that nobody asked for, yet everybody seems to search and ask for, because even I did. Is the TW the right bike for you? Yes, and maybe no. And I'll tell you why. It was right for me, because I saw one of these when I was a kid. Some of you guys know from my previous videos, I saw one of these when I was a kid, and I fell in love with the look of it. Big fat tire on the back, and just, the dude was riding it down the street. He flew over some train tracks. Probably wasn't supposed to be doing that. I don't condone that kind of unsafe riding, although it's fun. So I saw one, I loved it. It's a 2009. It looks like it was made just like it was back in the 80s. I think 87 is when they started. And it's never changed other than front disc brake. The rear's still a drum, but you get a front disc brake. It is unchanged, even up to the 2025s, other than color schemes. It is tried and true platform, and to me, reliability over performance. Because yes, the reason that I said no is if you are high performance and you want to freaking fly and haul ass, the TW is not really right for you. Maybe there's better options out there that'll go faster. For an all-arounder, this is my choice. I love the fat wheels, I love the look of it. I grew up riding dirt bikes, and the person who taught me riding, I wouldn't recommend to teach anybody riding, because I often got put on a bike that was way too tall and way too much for me and sent on the track, and then yelled at and had tools thrown at me for crashing it. So that's not the way to ride, but that helped me grow up to see that I like a bike that I could touch the ground on. That's why the TW might be right for you. If you are vertically challenged like myself, TW's got a very low seat height. I could flat foot it. I'm very comfy on it, and you get that sense of security that if you're going slow and it's going to fall or whatever, that you can catch yourself and you're less likely to end up on the ground. The bike might fall, as you'll see in another video. Yesterday I was out here and I laid the bike down because the front end dipped in some deep sand. It laid down, but I didn't. I stood up and laid the bike down. I picked it up, and because it's a TW, even after laying down for a bit, you pick it up, you fire it up, and you go. They're just solid. So if you're looking for something super fast and you want to hit the whoops, just flying and toggling over them, I wouldn't recommend this bike. Although I have hit the whoops in short sections and it does just fine, you're maxing out what its suspension potential can do. If you want something that's going to take you everywhere you want to go, from, you know, a nice leisurely cruise down the road to the city, to the grocery store, to work, up trail, you know, fire roads, even out here in the desert, you want something that's going to do every single bit of it and do it decent, TW. There you go. You want something that's always going to start, TW. I mean, Hondas and everything, they always start, but this is, knock on wood, on my head here, you see my shadow, the least finicky bike. It's easy to work on. Like, you loosen it up, you can tilt the carburetor, pull the bottom off. You don't even have to take it apart, and you can get to the jets and clean them, put it back together. It's very simple, and I like simple and easy. And anybody who rides dirt bikes, you know, you ride them for the season, you go and store them, and if you don't follow certain precautions, like I always recommend people, run seafoam in your tanks. Run seafoam, clean it out before you store it, run it, turn the gas off, run the carb completely out of gas, and then drain it, just in case there's anything left in it. And then I also recommend, with the gas off and the bowl drain, try and start it a couple times, because it pulling that air through, whatever residue or little bubble is in the jets, is going to get pulled through from the suction, and then your carb is completely dry on the inside. I've been doing this for years to all of my bikes, my quads, everything carbureted. And then at the next season, the seafoam is also going to be a fuel stabilizer, and your bikes will fire up. Perfect example, my wife's quad, TRX 250EX, drained it last season, sat for a year, charged the battery, fired right up, because the fuel was still decent, it stayed sealed, carb was drained dry, and it runs fine. So there's another tip for you guys on storing your dirt bikes. But that gets back to my point. If you like, you know, riding dirt bikes and you hate that, you know, if I don't follow this, it clogs up, it sits, blah, blah, blah. Dual sport, it doesn't have to sit. This thing gets ridden, you know, once a week, at the very least, once a month, couple times a month. So it doesn't have long enough time to sit and foul up. The gas keeps running through it because I could use it, and I do. If I'm just running up to the store, I don't even bother getting in a car, just jump on the TW. It's so much fun. It's just easy. So, is the TW right for you? I'm gonna go with yes. I think it's right for anybody. If you want something faster, get something faster. Anyway, I hope that this review has been helpful to you, and I hope that if you are considering getting a TW200, that this helped in your decision, because I absolutely love this bike. This TW's just got a special place in my heart. It's not the biggest, baddest, fastest thing on the road, but it's, I mean, it's timeless. It's timeless no matter what year. It looks classic. So anyway, I'm thinking that I'm gonna take this GoPro off and throw it on the back mount here and see about getting some shots riding through these hills, because I need to get back to camp, because my son is aching to get on his quad and go to the kids track. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. Oh wow, we got looks like a Chevy C10 down there, all lifted, ready to off-road. People are starting to wake up for the day and go play around. Yes. All right guys, so this is going to end the talking part. thank you for watching. Please keep watching. I'm going to strap it onto the back here, and we're going to get some rear view of just riding through these trails here. I think that'll be a good entertaining thing for everybody. I hope. Maybe I hope you're still watching. If you're not still watching, that's a bummer, because I didn't hold your attention. But also, if you like it, please like, follow, and subscribe. Everything helps. I'm just like everybody else out here. I am but a humble rider, and filming some content, hoping some people like it, and hoping maybe one day I can get to that point where I can start getting you know, making something off making this riding content. Gotta buff out the tank there. Yeah, it'd be great to get a little bit of kickback from YouTube. Everybody's into this YouTube money. This is part of the retirement plan. I'd like to make some passive income and possibly make something for riding. But at the end of the day, you could like it or don't like it. I'm happy if you watched it and you managed to watch it this far with me rambling. So if I don't make money, it doesn't matter. We're all shooting for it, but I'm making this content anyway because I like doing it, and I feel that it's helpful for other people and other riders. So if you get some knowledge out of it, or it helps you make a decision, or teaches you something that you were unsure about, then that's a win for me. So, and for that, I thank you for sticking around and watching. That's enough said. I'm gonna cut it off. I'm gonna mount it up here, and we're gonna get some ride footage. All right, peace.